Hey guys, welcome back to another video in X-Plane. Today, I'm pretty excited to bring you guys a video on the MD-82. So if you guys are excited and are ready, make sure to leave a like so I know to keep making these videos. But today we're going to be doing a cold and dark startup on obviously the MD-82. We're going to be doing a taxi, takeoff, and a short flight from San Francisco, KSFO, over to McCarran International, Las Vegas, KLAS. So I'm gonna get you guys started. I've flown this plane a few times, so I'm still learning about it myself. But let's just get started and hop in the cockpit. So we're gonna start with park and brake. Then we're gonna move to our overhead panel. And before we get started, I just want to let you guys know I do plan on making a more in-depth guide on this aircraft like I did on the Cessna from A to Z. But right now I'm gonna do my best to talk you guys through the startup procedures on this aircraft. So first, starting from the checklist, I'm gonna do it by the book. Battery master comes on. Then we're going to want to wait for the engine start pump right here. Hold down the APU master. Leave it to run. We're going to wait for this to spool up to 100% here. And we're going to be monitoring the APU power available. Then we're going left bus and then right bus. So one at a time, left bus, right bus. Then next we're moving overhead to the left generator on, right generator on. And we're going to need our APU bleed on over here. Jumping back, we're going to need our pneumatic cross valves, both on, left and right. Moving over here, we're going to need our auxiliary transfer pump on. Back to the overhead panel, right here we're going left, center, right, fuel pumps on. And now we're going to start with our engine start procedure. So what we're going to do here, we're going to select a system. I'm going to go system A, left engine. Let's go system B so I can monitor this. Alright, sorry I had to cut there real quick. So we want to select, let's just go system B here. We're going to do right engine. So we want to go to 20%. Once RPM hits 20%, we're going to want to introduce fuel. So again, we're going to right engine start, hold for 20%. So I'm going to hold it. I'm going to look down as it's like 13, 14, 15. I'm going to release. I'm going to introduce fuel. And we'll get that spooling here. Might have introduced it a minute early. Try that one more time. Holding it. We're up to 13, 14, 15. I let go. Fuel's coming in. Looks like we got it there. I'm still working on the perfect timing with that. It can be kind of temperamental. So let's wait for this to spool up here. Then we're going to go to the left engine. I'm going to wait for this to stabilize here. You can see the fuel going down here. Alright, looks like it's stabilizing. Now for the left engine. We're holding that down. We're watching that. 11, 12. We're putting fuel in. There we go. That was a clean start right there. Alright, back to the top. We're going to wait for that to stabilize and we're turning engine start pump off. Wait for that to come up, almost there. No need to rush it. Engine start pump off. AC bus ties to auto. APU bus left off, APU bus right off. APU bleed air off. Now APU master off. Alright, perfect. Now we can call our pushback, so I'm gonna be taking off as 01 left. We can, that'll be fine.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Let me get this turned down for you. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna want to take off as 01. So we're gonna go ahead and turn our seatbelt signs on. Smoking signs on as well. We're going to want to set our elevator trim 10 for takeoff. Flaps to 15 degrees. See if you can see that from the outside view. It's pretty cool. Alright. Flight controls. Free, correct, and checked. They look good here. Let's check the outside. Alright. Spoilers look good. So now for our speed bugs. This is an old kind of analog plane, so I'm going to put this one down at 150. Yellow one down at V2, 139. Green one at VR rotate at 130. And the white one 125. About right there. Next, our nose taxi light. Just has to come on. Transponder. Let's jump back there. Stand by. Back to the overhead panel. Our pitot heat goes to captain. Or cap, I don't know what it stands for. Then our parking brake can come off as we're waiting for the tow. Let's go ahead and call them in.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, so they're giving the warning messages, or warning pre-flight messages and safety belts and all that back there. Cool fact, this is how you see your compass. It's a little mirror. And a compass is back over here. So that is a fun fact. That's how you see your magnetic compass. Alright, so when he gets in, we're going to have our parking brake off. Let's see a better view.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
I'm good if you're good. He should tell us parking brake can be released. Alright, let's hop back in the cockpit. And let's start getting our frequencies set. Actually, let's go ahead and do, sorry for jumping around. I'm gonna get this set here. Route menu, flight plan. Got our flight plan in here already. No, we don't. We're gonna go. Let's see, do we have,
so connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback.
Parking brake, perfect. Then the poker. So one right. Alright. Looks good to me. Flight pan's in. Before takeoff, we're going to want our altimeter set. So let's get our frequencies in, as I was saying. Wherever I put that. Okay, perfect. So for KSFO, let's get our ATIS on 113. Let's hope it gives us to it. Or digital ATIS 118.85.
San Francisco INTL information Foxtrot. 100 Zulu weather. Wind 220 at 6, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 2000 scattered, Temperature 12, dew point 8.
Dew point 8.
Altimeter 2986.
2986.
Arriving runways 28 right, 28 left. Departing runways 28 right, 28 left, 01 right, 01 left. Advise on initial contact you have Foxtrot.
Foxtrot. Interesting. Okay. Information Foxtrot. So let's get on ground. 121.8. And over here. Tower 120. Point. Towers 120.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake is set. We're good.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, head back over to the overhead panel here. Engine start system, we want it on override. Annunciator panel checked. Rudder travel unrestricted.
Route 2, Juliet, Romeo.
Alright, 747, I guess, in here. Rudder travel unrestricted. That is good. They're good to disconnect. Transponder, XPDR on transponder. Wing landing lights. We want them on right here. We want our taxi lights off. So after takeoff, we're just doing gears up, flaps
Tow is
retracted.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Awesome. So we got our altimeter set. All we got to do is taxi down here. Let's see. We can actually make our turn out here. Yeah, we don't have to go all the way down to the threshold. So hotel's coming up, we're on Bravo, turn left hotel. So we could
1, Oscar, X-ray, runway, 28, left, taxi via Alpha, Bravo, Foxtrot, 1, Foxtrot, hold short of runway, 1, left.
Runway 28 left, taxi via Alpha, Bravo, Foxtrot, 1, Foxtrot, hold short of runway 1, left, 1, Oscar, X-ray.
Alright, so where are we? San Francisco Tower. What do we call ourselves? We'll just call ourselves MD-80, holding short at Hotel 1 left. Welcome back, MD-80, 1 left, clear for takeoff. Alright. That is our butchered ATC clearance. So let's line up here. Flaps are set. Get on center line here. Alright, get on our brakes. So we're going to do full throttle. Get that spooled up. Release. Everything looks good. Engine instruments good. Checked. And we're just going to hand fly it out for now. Everything looks good. Waiting for airspeed to come alive. Airspeed's alive. Cross-checked. V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear is coming up. Trimming for best airspeed here. I want to keep it under 200 in the Class B. I'm going to make a turn here. Slight turn. So gears up.
1, Oscar, X-ray, contact tower on, 120.50.
Slowly retracting
Contact
flaps.
tower on, 120.501, Oscar, X-ray.
Thrusters required, flaps slowly coming up to 0, trimming. As we're doing that, engine start, system goes to off. So fly the plane first, we'll fly our departure. We're gonna have our flight directors on. I haven't messed with the, get our lights on there. I haven't messed with the autopilot a ton. We can let that make us here. Flaps fully coming out. Having an FMS. Alright, looking good here. Alright. Perfect. So we're gonna climb up to 10,000 for now. Then we're gonna transition to 18,000 and probably just be in cruise around 22,000. So I will come back when we are in cruise. Alright guys, we are back in cruising, so we can turn our seatbelt sign off. Smoking sign stays on. Emergency lights are armed. Wing and landing lights, they come off. Altimeter set. We passed our transition altitude, so that's is set to standard 29092. So right now, looks like we're about halfway to our destination. Our ground speed's 559 knots, so it looks like we got a tailwind right now. And we're holding our altitude here at almost 3,100, fly level 310. And looks like, yeah, about 40 minutes to our destination. We are about to cross the border from California. So I will come back to you guys when we should start our descent. Alright guys, we're getting ready to start our descent, so that means seatbelt sign comes on, landing lights, all the lights will be coming on here, and internal lights good, radios can be auto-tuned. Looks like we got our local frequency set. It is going to be nighttime, so it's going to be a fun approach here. I believe we're taking runway, I thought it said 01, right?
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, Terra Sky Park, altimeter 2977.
Alright.
Terra Sky Park, altimeter 2977.
So we still have
SJX
about
Vision
35
1,
minutes
Charlie,
until we
Victor.
touch down, but let's see where we are here. Our BTY, we're about to intercept the, what is that, MyCal VOR? We still got some time, but that's coming up here pretty soon. Alright guys, so we're going to be turning in for a visual approach. We're about, looks like 10 miles out. I turned the auto throttle off, I turned the autopilot off. So we're going to be hand flying it from here. So while this is banking, I want to turn this stuff down. It's kind of distracting. That's okay, it's mainly the flood. I need to be focused on the outside here. So we're probably going to want to go to 2.6 left. We're going to need to lose a little bit of altitude. We have about 12-15 miles to do it. So again, we have everything checked. Seatbelt signs. Don't need any wipers or anything like that. I'm just trying to keep a nice easy bank for our passengers. To confirm, our gears down. Let's put our speed brake on 1 notch. Flaps. Put it in a little bit more right here. We're making a nice turn. Keep the nose trimmed down. There we go. Alright. Look at that. Okay, so what are we at? 20 degrees? Okay, so we're looking good right here. I've never done this approach. I've never done it at night. So forgive me if it's a little bit rough. Trying to keep it easy on the passengers. The winds were looking like, let's see. Mine was a tailwind, which isn't the best idea. On the way here was the other way around. Let's keep our airspeed up. Put another notch of flaps. Make sure all our heat's on, which I had. I don't know why it turned off. Parking brake's on for some reason. Get that off. Let's go ahead and move over to 2.6 right. Flaps are in. I'm gonna put in 20. Keep our nose down here. Hopefully this isn't too bad. I know I'm off course right now. I'm 5 degrees off. Alright. Gotta trim that nose down right now because if I let go it wants to balloon up. A little high, so I'm pulling some power out, keeping the nose down. We're still off a little bit. Need to shed some of that speed. Alright. We're about to be 10, what is it? 10, sorry if I'm looking at the wrong ring. 4 miles out for the final. We're about 1,000 feet up. Coming into about 3 miles. One more notch of flaps, we're going full flaps here. A little above glide slope. Make sure we're on heading here. Don't want to get too slow.
1,000.
There you go, about 1,000 feet. Keeping our speed up. We've captured the glide slope. We're still a little high. Ready. Ignore the foreflight. 500 call out. Flaps good. Spoiler's full.
400.
Our speed looks good.
300.
We're gonna keep a little power in. Looking a little low for the touchdown.
100.
100. Keep the nose down. There we go. Landing light.
40. 30.
Engines are coming out. 30. We're floating a little bit.
20.
We had some excess power.
10.
10. Not bad. Let it down. Let the nose fly down. Reverse thrusters. Just gonna put those to about 50%. Alright, reverse thrusters are coming off. My airport taxi diagram came up. Alright, didn't mean to stop that hard. It's okay, we can turn right here on Alpha 6. Alright. So while we're taxiing through, we're going to want to come to a stop here. You should put flaps up, brakes up. Come to a stop here. Taxi lights. Look good. All those lights. Okay. So now we're on ground. Annunciator panel looks good. Good there. After landing, flaps, speed brakes retracted, wing landing lights off. We're gonna turn the wing lights off. We're gonna turn those off too. Leave those on. Transponder back to standby. Already got that. And then we're gonna taxi to parking. You can see the hotels in the distance. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've never landed here before, so I think that's a pretty cool experience. So let's go ahead and taxi up here. We'll just move up to Golf. Yeah, we'll go ahead and taxi to Golf, maybe Golf 1, and then turn into a terminal. Pretty hard to see at night, but overall I think that was a pretty cool landing. Seatbelt sign's still on. There we go, all of a sudden it got lit up. We're going to turn right here. Brakes on a little bit. On Golf, we're going to turn to the gates. We can turn in right here actually. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the auto gate's working here. Oh, that guy is about to run into us. Not cool. Alright, so we don't want to be blinding those guys. Leave that there. Alright. A little bit more. Didn't mean for it to be that hard. A little bit further. That should be good there. Alright. Parking brakes on. Seatbelt sign is off. Smoking sign is off. Flaps are retracted. Fuel control lever is down and off, so we'll start with the right engine. Then the left engine, those will be shut down. Fuel pumps, left, center, off, auxiliary transfer. Don't think that was supposed to happen, but that's what they said. Fuel pumps, auxiliary transfer, back off, AC bus tie. Let's check that. Open. I could probably turn these back on. There you go. AC bus tie open, pneumatic cross valves down and close. People are deplaning right now. Pitot heats coming off. Sorry, it's probably hard to see. Engine start system off. Left and right generators coming off. Get this back on right here. Just so we can be on APU power for now. Engine start system off, left and right generator off, battery master off. And I guess we can turn this off too, because we're shutting down. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that. It was somewhat of a learning experience too for me, but I think that was a pretty cool flight from San Francisco. It took about an hour 30. It was a new route for me, but overall I think we learned a lot here. It was a pretty cool experience. But thanks for watching, guys. I do really hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments for other aircraft you would like me to fly and do tutorials on, please let me know down below. But it really helps a lot if you leave a like and a comment. Really helps the channel out. Make sure you do subscribe. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.